Hello, everyone, and welcome into another edition of the Pregame Coaches Interview. And I'm once again joined by the head coach of the Hayes High football team, Tony Crough. Coach, thank you for taking the time to do this interview, and congrats on winning your guys' fourth straight WAC championships. So I'll start off with asking this question. After a double overtime win in Liberal that gave you guys your fourth straight WAC title, is that the toughest path you guys have had to a title?
Yeah, it probably is. It's been a lot of, closely contested games. I mean, beating Great Bend on the last play of the game, and beating Liberal on the last play of the game, and then getting beat by Garden on the last play of the game. So yeah, it's been a tough one. And if Great Bend finds a way to beat Garden City tonight, then we will be the outright champs instead of co-champs. So yeah, it's been a pretty tough one.
And like you were just saying about those three overtime games and the one with Great Bend that came down to the last play, what kind of character do you think those games developed in your players?
I think maybe some resiliency and belief that we could get it done. I think it's taught our kids this year that the game's not over until the final horn sounds, and you just have to keep playing because you never know what's going to happen. And to have three overtime games in a year and another game that came down to the last play of the game, I mean, that's just something you don't ever expect. And so we've never been a part of anything like that before, and this is it's been quite the resilient group.
You guys get Topeka for your final regular season game, and despite their record of 1-6, they have some good talent on their roster. So what problems do you feel like could come about in the matchups against their top players?
Yeah, just that. I mean, they can come out and present us with a lot of difficult things just because they're so dang talented. When they walk off the bus, they're going to look really good, and if you let them have a little bit of hope, they're going to have a chance to play with us. And so it's one of those, it's one of those teams you got to try to put them away early and let some of that doubt slip in their mind. But if they start having some success and hoping or start feeling like they can play, then they'll play with us.
And aside from it being senior night and the last regular season game, this game has playoff implications of where you guys might be seated. So how do you keep your guys motivated after getting a big and emotional win last week?
Yeah, I mean, I think our guys I think they're just ready to go play this game, and hopefully it comes out our way, and then see where we're at in the playoffs, and then just keep going. I don't think our guys are really too concerned about last week or this week or next week. They're just kind of in the moment, and that's what's nice about it is senior night, but there's only 9 seniors out there, and so we got a lot of young guys. I think that are just excited about playing in the moment, and so I don't think we're looking too far ahead, and we're just waiting to see what happens after tonight.
And for the final question, I want to focus on the senior class for a moment. Like you just said, there are 9 seniors on the roster this year, and tonight's the final regular season game where you get to celebrate senior night. So can you take a moment and explain what these guys have meant, not just to you, but to the team and program?
Yeah, these kids these young men now were 7th graders when we got here, so it was pretty exciting to watch them grow up in our program and come to our camps. And we've got youth football night tonight, and there's going to be a bunch of kids running down the tunnel with us, and that was these guys. They were 7th graders, so they weren't quite as into it, but we remember them coming in as a coaching staff and watching them play 7th grade football and come all the way through. So it's been the first class we've had that's went all the way through our system, 7th grade all the way through senior year. So it's been really fun to be able to watch them have success this year because they've always been a small class, and a lot of times they were told they probably weren't going to be very good once this class above them graduated, and they've proven that they could do it as well. So it's been a fun group to watch play out with our culture.
And that'll do it for our pregame coaches interview. Coach, thanks again for taking the time to do it. Good luck tonight, and go Indians.
Thanks, Hank. Appreciate it, man.
All right. That was the pregame coaches interview with Tony Crough. We'll see you next time on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.